my beloved child, the enemy has already whispered plans against you. Your name is now on their hit list to be silenced, not with a physical blade or fire, but through chaotic thoughts and heavy feelings creeping into every corner of your daily life. If you just gloss over this message, you might completely miss the moment these silent forces first slipped into your soul. Hear my promise today. When the enemy cannot destroy your physical life, he does everything to make you walk away from the destiny I designed for you. He does not need to kill you. He only wants you to believe you are worthless, that your season has passed, and that you have no value in my kingdom. But I tell you today, if you learn to spot these dark strategies of spiritual warfare, you will never be their prey again. You will stand as a strong warrior, knowing exactly what you are fighting for. My child, let me tell you about a man who was targeted just like you are now, not with physical weapons, but with a clever psychological trap to make him surrender. That man was Daniel. His enemies watched him closely but could find absolutely no flaw in his work or character. So they targeted the one thing at the very core of his soul, his daily life of prayer. They created a law to stop him from kneeling before me, forcing him to choose between his safety and his deep spiritual connection. Do you see the real plot? They did not want to kill him instantly. They wanted him to willingly surrender his spiritual strength. But Daniel simply opened his windows, knelt down, and continued seeking God, just as he always did. And I shut those lions' mouths. But the true battle was not fought in that den. It was won in his room, where he chose faith over silence. In the very same way, your greatest spiritual battles do not start with a loud crisis, but with quiet daily decisions. Will you still get up to pray? Will you still dare to speak the truths I put in your heart? Will you keep moving forward when people misunderstand you? The enemy wants to push you to that breaking point where you finally whisper to yourself, I am done. He uses harsh words, tough circumstances, and constant emotional pressure to make you resign from the calling I gave you. But I never created you to live on the edge of quitting or to constantly run from hardships. I designed you to walk through these battles with an alert heart, recognizing exactly where the enemy is striking. Today, I am not just giving you comfort, I am exposing the enemy's blueprint so you can walk in absolute clarity. You are not a helpless victim tossed around by your feelings and circumstances. I am pulling back the curtain so you can see the real spiritual war happening around you. It is a direct attack on your voice, your calling, and your faith. To keep you from being swept away, I will guide you step by step, exposing every hidden trap the enemy sets. We will start with his most dangerous trick, the one where he simply tricks you into giving up on yourself. My child, you often assume the worst attacks are the massive life crises, the sudden sickness, financial ruin, or seeing every door slam shut right in your face. But let me tell you a deeper truth. The most dangerous wound is not when life strikes you down, but when you quietly choose to give up on yourself. The enemy knows all too well that your life is secure in my hands, so he switches strategies. Instead of fighting you head on, he slowly chips away at your mind, leaving you constantly dazed and confused. He places a heavy, unseen weight on your chest, so your joy and passion slowly wither away. He quietly fractures your relationships, bringing subtle friction and division into your closest circles day by day. He desperately wants you to believe you do not belong, that you have no value, and no reason to go on. And the moment you start shrinking back, praying less and speaking less, he celebrates, because he successfully defeated you without ever having to touch your physical body. You simply walked away from the destiny I had prepared for you, even as my protective arms shield you. My child, I see you sitting alone in your room sometimes. Your heart feels incredibly heavy, and you do not even know why. Nothing has physically harmed you. No tragedy has struck. Yet a deep, unexplained fatigue makes you just want to quit. That is how the darkness works. It does not smash your door down. It slips in like a quiet mist, slowly draining your courage. You start doubting your own value, questioning whether your voice actually matters in a world this loud. But my beloved child, I have counted every silent tear you shed. Hear my truth today. You are not weak. You are simply under spiritual attack. And that is exactly why I need you to stay alert. Do not mistake a moment of exhaustion for a sign that I am finished using you. Do you understand this? The enemy is subtle. He doesn't need to destroy your whole world. He only has to make you stop believing that I chose you for a purpose. The moment you start thinking that your presence doesn't change a thing, a paralyzing lie has already taken root in your heart. Your mind starts spinning. Your spirit feels heavy, and even simple conversations feel like a battle. This heavy feeling isn't who you are. It's a silent arrow aimed at your soul. I have never let go of your hand, but the enemy desperately wants you to believe I have. I know those moments when you feel invisible, like people look right through you without caring. But my child, I see you so clearly. I am pulling you out of that hidden trap where you isolate yourself, which is exactly what the darkness wants you to do. My child, long ago I watched over a servant of mine named Hagar, who carried a heavy burden in her heart that nobody else understood. She fled to the wilderness because she felt unwanted, discarded, and completely worthless to everyone. Nobody was trying to kill her physically. No one was hunting her with swords and spears, but the crushing feeling of being useless made her want to fade away entirely. But right there, next to a desert spring, I called her by name and showed her that I saw every single wound, and that I had never turned my back on her. My child, her ancient story mirrors exactly what you are facing today. Darkness did not try to destroy Hagar with physical violence. It simply made her run away, but I went out to find her, just as I am reaching out for you now. My child, listen to me closely and let me speak gently. What is breaking your heart is not your external circumstances, but the quiet lies you have slowly let take root inside. Sometimes you believe people do not need you around, but that is just the enemy whispering poison into your ear. There are days when you walk into a crowded room, and even though everyone else is talking and laughing, your heart sinks into a heavy, nameless darkness. That loneliness is a lie, my child. It is a strategy to force you away from community and abandon the place where I have put you. I want you to realize that your very presence shifts the entire atmosphere. Your voice holds a spiritual weight that terrifies the darkness. That is why it wants you quiet, but I need you to keep speaking. My child, I see you on those mornings when you wake up and your chest feels heavy as stone. Simple tasks suddenly feel like a source of dread, even though no one is attacking you directly. Yet you still feel like you are being shoved right out of your own space. That is how the enemy operates, by slowly draining your spiritual vitality instead of destroying your physical body. But I tell you now, no silent accusation has the right to chase you away from the ground I have called you to claim. You are never invisible in my house. You are not left out of my big plans. You are never forgotten by me, not even for a fleeting second. You are only passing through a temporary darkness to learn how to separate my voice from the whispers of the enemy. My beloved child, see this clearly. The silence you are slipping into is not wisdom. It is a dangerous trap. I did not design you to live in some gray area, merely existing without any impact. I created you to shine your light, and true light never shrinks back from the dark. The enemy tries to stifle your courage because he knows that whenever you speak your words, break spiritual chains in the lives of others. So he attacks your voice directly, leaving you exhausted, hesitant, and convinced that what you say no longer matters. But I declare that your voice is still strong and anointed. My child, I know those seasons when you feel completely overlooked and unappreciated by everyone around you. It is not that people are actually rejecting you. It is just that the enemy wants you to think they are. He wants you to leave before your breakthrough has fully matured. Once you isolate yourself, the enemy does not even need to attack you anymore. He simply waits for you to step out from my divine protection. This is the separation he desires, not that he drags you out by force, but that you walk away on your own. But I tell you today, do not abandon your post just because the darkness is begging you to quit. Stand your ground, because I am right there with you. My child, I want you to see the real source of this heaviness on your soul. You have not grown weaker. The battle has simply intensified because the enemy knows you are close to stepping into your divine destiny. Your mind feels pulled in every direction. Your heart feels fragile, and even tiny setbacks make you stumble. None of this is a coincidence. Right before my light breaks through the dark clouds over your life, the enemy will always launch this quiet attack to make you doubt who you are. But let me remind you, you are not someone who breaks easily. My hands have forged you through many trials, even the ones you did not fully recognize. My child, often you fall silent, not because you have nothing to say, but because you feel like no one is listening. But the voice I put inside you does not depend on how people react. It depends on its source, and that source is me. When you speak my words, they will never fall to the ground empty. This quiet you are slipping into is not holy stillness. It is spiritual paralysis, and I do not want you to live stuck in that place. Remember what I told Jeremiah when he tried to stay quiet. My word burned like a fire in his bones. Your fire has never gone out either. My child, you often think pulling back is the only way to guard your peace. But in truth, doing that just hands the victory over to darkness. The peace I give never makes you run away. My peace enables you to stand firm. I do not lead you into a faith that shrinks back, but one that boldly moves forward. When you just want to sigh and give up, remember, that is not my voice. That is just the echo of discouragement trying to pull you from your promise. Remember, I never call you onto a path and then leave you to wander alone. I am with you in every single step, even when your feet are trembling the most. And my child, hear this deep inside your spirit right now. You have never been erased from any of my plans. The enemy wants you to abandon your post because he sees what you do not. He sees the promotion that is drawing near. He sees the influence you will carry, the light you are about to ignite, and the door I am preparing to open for you. So he tries to move first, desperate to stop you before you realize, I have been preparing you for something greater. But do not fear, and do not let your heart be troubled. I will not let you fall into that trap. You are standing at the crossroads of transition. Stand firm so you can step into the deeper level I am about to show you. My child, draw close and listen carefully. What I am telling you is not meant to scare you, but to bring truth into the light. You face some battles that you think are just passing sadness, just a few careless words or cold glances that make you stumble. But in truth, these are the echoes of two forces, as ancient as the prophets, still powerful enough to make people shrink back today. The whispers of discouragement you hear inside do not come from you. They are spiritual arrows meant to wear down your smallest hopes. And that invisible pressure forcing you to react out of raw, fleeting emotion, that is not how I lead you. These twin attacks always move together, like dark shadows clinging closely to the footsteps of the light. My child, I tell you this, not to overwhelm you, but to show you that you are not weak. You simply need to see what is trying to bend your soul. Discouragement never arrives with a loud warning. It slips in like a familiar guest you accidentally let through the door. It whispers that your efforts make no difference. Your prayers go unheard, and all your hard work is totally pointless. You hear those lies so often that you actually start believing they are your own thoughts. And right when your heart feels weakest, manipulation creeps in, planting thoughts that twist reality, trying to convince you to compromise on the truth, just to protect a fragile temporary peace. But my child, the peace I give never forces you to betray who you are. I want you to tell these two voices apart so you never get lost in the fog. These two spiritual forces are nothing new. In fact, they once targeted a specific warrior. Hardly anyone remembers Gat, one of King David's warriors. In the heat of battle, discouragement crept in simply because he was too exhausted to keep fighting back. Then manipulation came through the whispers of those trying to make him doubt his leader. They did not threaten him with swords. Instead, they twisted the truth, whispering that his faithfulness would never yield any fruit. But I guarded him with spiritual discernment so he would know that voice was not mine. And my child, I am doing the exact same for you. I am separating the truth from the lies right now, so you no longer surrender your soul to that pressure. My child, please understand why these twin attacks have surrounded you right now. It is not because you have suddenly grown weaker. It is because you are entering a new spiritual territory that the enemy is terrified of. As you approach the border of your breakthrough. Discouragement strikes from within, trying to break your spirit, and manipulation attacks from the outside to disrupt your life. They always target your heart first, because if they can shake you on the inside, you will have no strength left to face the pressure outside. But my child, here is what the enemy cannot see. I have given you a heart that knows how to listen to my voice. Turn back to me and every lie will vanish like mist in the morning sun. Tell me, child, have you noticed how discouragement creeps in, how easily you slip into a gray area, losing sight of what is truly right and wrong? That is exactly when a demanding, pressured voice starts trying to direct your steps through manipulation, forcing you to react out of raw emotion rather than the quiet wisdom of the Holy Spirit. It tricks you into believing this is your only option while I am clearing a path you cannot see yet. It makes you think there is no other way out. Even now, I am carving out an escape route you do not recognize yet, my child. Please remember, this frantic driving pressure never comes from me. My spirit leads you with deep peace, not anxiety, and child, discouragement always attacks the things dearest to your heart: your destiny, your voice, your faith, and your devotion. It wants you to throw in the towel before my promises have time to unfold in your life. Meanwhile, manipulation goes after what you value most: your family, your reputation, and your peace of mind. It tempts you with the easy shortcut, even if it leads away from my path. When discouragement and manipulation team up, they build a thick fog, making you think your future is slipping away. But listen, child, that wall is an illusion. It is just a cloud of smoke designed to hide the path I have already laid out for you. I do not blame you when exhaustion sweeps over your heart, my child. I do not judge you for those moments you wanted to walk away. I know your limits better than you do, but I refuse to let you remain stuck in that dark place. I want you to hold your head high and remember, I have defeated despair with hope and shattered lies with my truth. When you cling to my truth again, every heavy burden on your soul will snap like rusted chains. Come back to me, child. Not because you have the strength, but because my strength is waiting to carry you. Hear my gentle invitation once more. You were never meant to be controlled by any voice but mine. I did not design you to live in defeat. The spirit I put inside you is strong and resilient. You were not made to bow to the demands of others. After all, you belong to the light, not the dark. As you step closer to me, those lies will peel away layer by layer. You will finally see that despair is not who you are. It is just a passing storm trying to blow out the fire I started inside your heart. And remember, no darkness can quench the light I have ignited inside you. Once you realize this, my child, you will witness something truly beautiful. The seasons you thought were your lowest points are actually where I am shaping your greatest strength. Two dark forces might be dragging you down, but right now, in this exact season, I am building you back up. Heavy trials might force you to bend low, but I use that posture to bring you closer to my heart. Lies want to blindfold you, but I use the dark to train your ears to recognize my voice above the noise. And when you stand strong in this spiritual war, you will reach a place where exhaustion cannot scare you, because you know I'm right there holding you. Sometimes, child, your breathing just feels heavy for no obvious reason. Your daily routine has not changed, and the people around you are still the same. Yet your soul suddenly feels like collapsing, as if all energy were slowly leaking from your hands. Do not think you are weak. You are simply crossing the threshold between your past and your future, which is exactly where the enemy tries to exhaust you before you can step into your divine destiny. When heavy thoughts overwhelm you, the enemy whispers that you have hit a dead end. But child, I can see the mountaintop right ahead. I promise you, very soon your eyes will open to a beautiful reality you never imagined. My light in your life does not fade when you are tired. In fact, it shines its brightest in your darkest hours. My child, the enemy loves to strike when you are most vulnerable, placing an unseen weight upon your shoulders. He does not need a massive blow to break you. He only has to convince you that you do not have the strength for one more step. And once your mind is pushed to its limit, he floods you with the lie that all your hard work lately has been for nothing. But child, I promise you, not a single drop of your sweat is ever forgotten. Those days when you are completely exhausted do not mean you have failed. They are proof that you are growing deeper on the path I planned for you. Do not assume your fatigue means everything is over. See it as a sign that a divine breakthrough is coming. Remember when I looked upon Hezekiah the king, who faced a prophecy of death, when all his strength had faded and his heart was in absolute chaos? He turned his face to the wall, not to run from me, but to pour out his deepest pain in my presence. The enemy thought that was the perfect moment to crush his faith, leaving him with nothing but prayer. Yet right in that hopeless, dead-end situation, I turned everything around, added years to his life, and revived the faith that was being choked out. My child, where the enemy sees a final dead end, I see a perfect opening to show my power. You are standing in a similar dark place right now, but I'm going to turn your exhaustion into proof of my protection. My child, I know the confusion you carry. I see those days when you feel completely misunderstood, unheard, and totally alone. In those dark moments, the heavy whisper of fear gets louder, trying to convince you that loneliness is your life sentence. But hear me. This isolation is not your destiny. It is just a temporary curtain keeping you from seeing the army of angels I am positioning all around you. When your heart breaks because people do not understand, I never see weakness. I see a tender spirit letting me pour fresh strength inside you. It is during these quiet times, when it is just you and me, that I restore your breath, your power, and your spiritual authority. You think you have been abandoned, but the truth is, I am pulling you closer to my very heart. My child, when you are completely exhausted, the enemy hopes you will surrender everything. Your calling, your voice, your faith, and even your hope for tomorrow. The enemy believes that if it drags you down long enough, you will eventually abandon the vision I wrote on your heart. But remember this, my child. There is no pit so deep that my hand cannot find you, and no night so dark that my light cannot pierce it. You have never been left alone in your weakest moments. I have been holding you steady even when you could not feel me. And right when you think your cup is empty, I am preparing something new. Something you have never witnessed before, a deep maturity that no one and nothing can ever steal from you. My child, I do not blame you when prayer feels like a heavy burden and sighs and groans replace your words. When your soul is too exhausted to even speak a single word. I know this only means you are entering a major spiritual battle, and the enemy is trying to block your path before you claim your victory. But I am merciful. I do not expect you to be strong every single moment. Just turn your face to me. Even if it is only a faint whisper, a single breath aimed at me is more powerful than 1,000 weapons of the enemy. When you bring your true exhaustion and lay it at my feet, you will watch me transform it into a strength you never knew you had. And when you finally realize your fatigue is not the end, but actually the threshold to greater spiritual discernment and authority, you will see exactly why the enemy chose to attack at this very moment. The enemy knows that with just one more step, you will witness the great things I am doing in your life. It is terrified of that. So do not fear, my child. What is crushing you today is the exact raw material I am using to build your tomorrow. Once you realize this, you will see that exhaustion does not mean failure, but proof that I am drawing close and that the enemy is trembling at the person you are becoming. My child, there are seasons when your soul feels like it is standing on the edge of an invisible doorway. Nobody talks about it and no one can point it out yet. You can feel a massive shift waiting just ahead. Lately, you have noticed yourself becoming so much more sensitive. Even a simple, quiet word can deeply stir your heart. A minor shift in your life can leave you lost in thought for hours. But this is not weakness, my child. It is a sure sign that your season of breakthrough is close. That is why the enemy is desperately launching a double attack against you right now. It knows if it only targets your emotions, you will still stand. If it only targets your life circumstances, you can still survive. But when both battles hit you at the exact same time, it expects you to surrender. But my child, I am right here to stop that. Remember Nehemiah, whom I called to rebuild the ruined walls of Jerusalem. The moment he started doing the work I set before him, two powerful enemies rose up. Sandalot mocked and ridiculed him to weaken his spirit, while Tobias spread lies and threats to create chaos. They did not want to kill him. They wanted him to quit by his own choice, walking away from the holy task I gave him. They were sure the wall would never be finished. But you know how the story ends. The wall was finished in 52 days because Nehemiah refused to lose heart. My child, his battle is a mirror of the very struggle you are facing today. None of this is happening by accident. It is a sign that you are building a spiritual wall that the enemy deeply fears. My child, before your breakthrough comes, two voices will always try to pull you off my path. One whispers to your deep emotions, shaking your confidence and disrupting your daily rhythm of prayer. It lies saying you are unworthy. Your season has passed and your voice no longer has any power. The second voice attacks from the outside using tough circumstances. Through the words of others and sudden shifts around you, constant challenges build invisible pressure. But these two voices do not show up together by accident. They are part of an ancient enemy strategy to pull you away from your divine destiny. But hear my promise today. No one can erase the plans I have written for you. My child, I know you wonder in your heart why things get so much harder. Just when you are trying your best, the answer lies in the sudden intensity of the spiritual warfare you feel. You have not taken the wrong path. It is just that you are stepping close to a spiritual breakthrough that terrifies the forces of darkness. The closer you get to my light, the more enemy arrows are thrown at you. They cannot defeat you. They are only testing if you will remember your true position, that you walk safe within my plan, not in the chaos of this world. Chaos of this. And my child, I will never leave you unprotected in the heat of this spiritual battle. Look closely at the story of Joseph. My child, 2 heavy trials hit him before I led him into his destiny. The cruel betrayal by his own brothers broke his heart, and false accusations from his master's wife ruined his honor. One attack wounded his emotions, the other his reputation. One tried to shatter him from within, while the other locked every door on the outside. It was a calculated plan to make him lose faith before his divine calling was fulfilled. But Joseph did not break. Those exact attacks became the stepping stones that carried him to the throne. It will be the same for you. There is no enemy attack I cannot turn into a springboard. My child, I need you to understand this deeply. When heavy pressure squeezes you from both sides, do not think I have abandoned you. It is actually a sign that I am lifting you higher. Not a single shift of the season in Scripture ever came without a double-sided spiritual attack. Not because I want you to suffer, but because darkness panics when you are about to step into a new level of spiritual authority. It has to strike fast, strike hard. It attacks within and without because it knows once you pass this test, you will become someone the enemy can no longer easily touch. My child, it is during the tightest squeeze that I am expanding your inner spiritual capacity. When you look closely through these heavy layers of pressure, you will discover something only deep faith can show you, that whatever the enemy uses to block your path, I will use to clear your way. Outward trials simply help you release your dependence on people. The inner shaking teaches you to stand firm on my foundation instead of your feelings. These attacks are not meant to destroy you. They are divine tests, showing you are ready to step into the blessings I have prepared. My child, once your heart sees the divine purpose behind these crashing waves, you will no longer fear when the storm winds start to rise. You will learn to read the spiritual battle, knowing that when two forces strike at the exact same time, your season of breakthrough is closer than ever. This awareness will open your heart to a much deeper truth. I will expose every dark plot of the enemy before it can ever touch your divine destiny. My child, things are happening in the unseen world that your eyes cannot see yet. Your soul feels a subtle stirring all around you. You might not understand why someone's words suddenly feel heavy as a stone, or why negative thoughts rush in to condemn you, making some of your relationships feel incredibly fragile. My child, these are spiritual attacks, words sent from the darkness to shake your faith. But hear me now, no poisoned word can take root in your life unless I allow it. I drag them into the light so they lose power before they ever touch your destiny. You only need to keep your heart close to me, and I will take care of the rest. Did you know this? My child, the enemy loves to use words because they can pierce straight into the deepest places of your soul. It sends doubts and criticisms and lies all to make you feel small, misunderstood, and misjudged. Those are not my voices, my child. They are fiery darts aimed right at your faith and peace of mind. But I stand as a shield before you, and I will break every arrow before it can ever wound you. No word can ever destroy the one I have anointed. Let this truth sink deep into your soul. You belong to my voice, not to the noisy darkness. My child, remember my beloved son when he walked the earth. Two different groups rose up trying to destroy him with wicked words and accusations. First, the Pharisees, who made up lies just to condemn him, and Judas, who let darkness fill his heart and betrayed him with a kiss. One attacked his honor, the other broke his heart. Yet in the end, every single plot only paved the way to a much greater glory. The cross became a symbol of victory, not defeat. My child, if I overturned what the enemy thought was the end for my son, won't I overturn what is targeting you right now? You are held safe in my arms, just as he was my precious child. I expose the plans made in the dark, not to make you afraid, but so you can walk with your eyes wide open. Whenever a trap is laid in secret, I am there, a light cutting through the night to expose everything they tried to hide. I will not let you stumble blindly in the dark. I give you spiritual discernment to know what comes from me and what comes from the enemy. Once you understand this, every accusation, every lie, and every secret trap will become as weak as dust blowing in the wind, and you will learn to keep standing no matter how wild the storm around you gets. My child, the very trap the enemy sets for you will become the stage where I display my divine protection over your life. When they accuse you, I turn it into a testimony. When they slam doors in your face, I open a much greater door that nobody can ever close. When the enemy tries to silence you, I will make your voice carry even farther. What they meant as a final full stop, I will reshape into a beautiful beginning for your next chapter. You have never fallen out of my plans, not for a single second. My child, let this truth sink deep into your soul. No judgment of rejection written against your life can stand in my presence. I am the one who holds your destiny, and I alone have the ultimate authority over your future. When darkness tries to write down its charges against you, I stamp them with the seal of the Holy Spirit, shutting down every trap they build. Every false word spoken against you will fall flat. The plots cooked up in the dark will be shattered in the light of day, and you will walk with the peace of someone sealed by heaven. My child, your journey is not over yet. But from this moment, you will walk with your head held high, and darkness will never bend it again. You now know that shadow plots can never defeat my light, and toxic words do not have the power to define who you are. You will not fear the loud voices of the world anymore, because my voice inside you has become your solid foundation. And upon this very foundation, I am lifting you into a new level of spiritual authority with a deep discernment and boldness you have never felt before. My child, I hold you, I protect you, and your destiny cannot be stolen. My child, listen closely, because what I am about to whisper into your heart will reach deep places you have never known how to name. You are not lost in this season, and it is no accident that your spirit has become so sensitive lately. Your eyes have been opened wide, and your heart now notices the small details you used to miss. It is because I am guiding you into a new season, a time when every single veil starts to fall, a time when what once seemed blurry suddenly becomes crystal clear, a season where you will see who truly stands with you and who is only there for their own gain. I do not do this to make you bitter, but so that you will know exactly how to guard the precious gifts I have entrusted to you. I want you to understand your true worth so you can step forward without fear of being dragged down by the bad motives of others. I want you to see not to hurt you, but to keep you safe in the truth. My child, in this season, I will reveal motives you never would have suspected. People might smile at your face while hiding things you cannot see right behind it. They may speak kind words of support while keeping score and harboring jealousy deep in their hearts. Some may act close, but only want a chance to drain your joy. But I will not let you walk in a blind trust that leaves your heart broken. I will show you what comes from a sincere heart, and what is just fake kindness wrapped in polite words. I will show you which words come from my spirit and which ones are stirred up by the enemy to lead you down a dead end. But my child, do not be afraid when hidden things are brought into the open. See it as a sign of my love for you. I want you to run your race without carrying heavy weights. I want you to know who is meant to go the distance with you and who is only meant to walk a short stretch of the road. My child, do not wonder why you are suddenly seeing right through things you never even noticed in the past. Do not be surprised when you uncover the truth, hiding beneath vague words, casual actions, or relationships you once thought could never be shaken. I'm sharpening the gift of spiritual discernment in you, like a blade forged in fire to clearly separate truth from lies, light and darkness, those who belong to me, and those just wearing masks of goodness. I'm not doing this to make you suspicious of everyone, but to help you stand firm in coming storms. I want to keep you from being swept away by feelings. I want your vision to stay clear. After all, you are the one I chose to carry my light into the deepest shadows. I will not let deceiving whispers dim the light you carry. My child, you must understand something very few dare to believe. Once I have placed my seal on your life, no power can ever wash it away. Nobody has the power to erase your name from the divine purpose I designed for you. No one can lock a door that I have opened. No voice is loud enough to silence the one I have anointed. Let them gossip. They might think badly of you and spin twisted rumors, but those words just fade into thin air. They can never reach the sacred place I have sealed. You are mine, which means darkness has no power to touch your soul. Even when the enemy tries every trick, it isn't angry with you because you are weak. It is angry because you are held safely in my hands. It cannot do whatever it wants, my child, because it cannot break the shield I built around your life. So darkness tries to steal your inner peace and joy, targeting your focus, clarity, and the strength of your soul. It wants you exhausted and full of doubt. It wants you comparing yourself to others, looking at your struggles, and deciding that I have forgotten you. It knows if your heart wavers, your steps will slow. And if you slow down, you might miss the moment I want to lift you higher. It cannot destroy you, so it tries to sap your inner strength. It cannot steal the calling on your life, so it tries to make you question that calling. It cannot blow out the fire I put inside your heart. It works hard to make you think that flame is fading. But my child, hear this clearly. I am restoring everything. Wherever darkness tried to twist your peace, I am lifting your mind above the noise of restless words. I am placing a strong shield around your thoughts, so the arrows of doubt can no longer pierce you. I am pouring fresh anointing oil on your head, making your insight sharper than ever before. I am making your understanding so clear that no lie can deceive you, and breathing courage into the places where you once trembled. I am rebuilding the areas where you collapsed and strengthening the places where you felt you had nothing left to stand on. You are not alone in this process. Every step you take is safely held in my hands. My child, those days when you feel heavy are not proof that you have lost your way. They are signs that you are walking so rightly that darkness must gather all its strength to stop you. If you were insignificant, the enemy wouldn't bother you. If you had no influence, he wouldn't work so hard to weaken you. If your destiny were small, darkness wouldn't have spotted you from afar. But my child, the enemy's anger proves you carry serious spiritual weight. It is terrified. It sees what I am preparing you for long before you see it yourself. It knows the sphere of influence you are about to enter. It knows the lives that will be set free by your voice. And it is terrified. My child, I will never let its fear become your fear. I am giving you a new steadfastness, a strength that doesn't come from your own striving, but from my presence wrapping around you every day. With every breath, I am there. When you fall silent, I am there. When you don't know what to say, I stand right beside you. When you lose your way, I light up the path. When you are weary, I lift you with a strength beyond your understanding. I do not let you face the darkness alone. I step in with you so the enemy knows it is confronting the one it can never defeat. My child, many of the things you think you are losing are simply being reshaped in my hands. You think you're becoming weak, but I'm softening your heart so that a deeper strength can be sown inside it. You think you're being separated from certain people, but I am protecting you from relationships that do not bring life. You think you're being forgotten, but I am hiding you from eyes that would harm you. You think your season is slowing down, but in truth, I am preparing a breakthrough you have never imagined. My child, let me whisper one last truth, like a warm embrace around your soul. No one can rewrite the story I am writing for you. No plan formed in the dark can stand against my light. No accusation can ever erase the anointing I placed on your life. No power, no matter how strong, can overturn the approval I have given you. You are sealed. You are kept. You are covered. You are entering a new season where all your fear melts away like mist in the morning sun. My child, as you step forward, you will know deep down that what is happening around you is never a threat. It is preparation. I am preparing you for a path that only those who have walked close to me can travel. Rest assured, you are not being dragged down or brought low. You are being lifted up. You are not left out. I am choosing you to stand in a sacred place where darkness cannot touch you. And this journey, my child, is really only just beginning. My beloved child, open your heart and let me lead you into deep truth. My light wants to shine all the way to the bottom of your soul. What I'm about to tell you is not just a comfort, nor is it merely a warning, but a truth that throws a door wide open. It is a key to show you that your current path is not just a string of chaotic, random, meaningless days. Instead, it is the continuation of a very long story that generations before you have already lived, fought through, wept over, and completely overcome. Come, you are not the first to find yourself surrounded by darkness. Nor are you the only one the enemy tried to push out of the place I put you in. Every wave of attack you have faced, every voice that has weighed heavy on your heart, and every whisper that has unsettled your spirit. These exact attacks were tested on those I chose long ago, back when they did not even know your name, would one day be written in the land of the living. And if those schemes could not swallow them up, they definitely will not defeat you either. For I am the one holding you close like a father guiding a toddler taking their first steps. My child, from the very beginning, I have watched every single breath you take. I know there are moments when you feel completely abandoned on a vast, dangerous battlefield, where words make you lose your bearings and heavy trials cause you to question everything, where your heart is shaken and doubts creep in. But I tell you the truth, nothing you face is ever new or surprising to me. Your exact struggles were once the battles of Abraham, as he waited for a promise that was not yet fulfilled. They were the battles of Moses leading a stubborn nation, and of Elijah, when Jezebel's threats hit his mind like a fierce storm, and of Daniel, when enemies tried to stop his prayers. They were the battles of Job, when everyone thought I abandoned him, and of Peter, when fear shook his soul, and of Paul locked in a dark prison but still holding on to a hope that refused to die. Those stories are not just ancient history. They are pieces of a mirror reflecting the exact road you are walking today. My child, whenever the enemy tries to convince you that nobody has ever faced a battle quite like yours, that is the exact moment it is trying to isolate you from the spiritual inheritance I prepared for you. It wants you to think you are completely alone, that you are being targeted simply because you are weak, because you are exhausted, or because you made a wrong turn. But remember this, the enemy never wastes time on people who carry no spiritual weight. If it is trying to knock you off the path you are on, it is only because it sees your inner fire, the power, and the spiritual influence I have placed in your life, things you yourself do not always see clearly. It recognizes your light before you even see it, so it wants to crush that light before you learn how to use it. My child, look closely at what happened to Joseph. I put a promise in his dreams that he could not yet fully understand. But before that promise came to pass, his brothers betrayed him, threw him in a pit, and sold him like merchandise. Then, falsely accused, he was thrown into prison and forgotten in a dark cell. To the human eye, it looked like his destiny was completely over. Yet I turned every evil plot against him into the exact bridge to bring him to the place I chose from the start. My child, do you see it? The very trials meant to destroy him actually became the bridge to the exact position I chose for him. A destiny no one could deny. What I did for him is exactly what I will do for you. You think you are being pushed back, but you are actually moving toward a future your eyes cannot see yet. My beloved child, when I look at you, I do not see the weakness you are focused on. I see the whole story I am writing for you. I see the seasons you do not yet know, and the years you have not yet lived, the doors you have not yet opened, and the lives you will touch. I see the words you are about to speak that will carry power to heal others. Because of this, the enemy is forced to act. It whispers lies into your ears, trying to make you doubt your own worth. It strains your relationships, making you feel like you are just a burden to everyone around you. It stirs up chaos, forcing you to worry that you have wandered far from my will. But my child, any voice that makes you shrink back, want to run from your calling, or force you into silence, that is never my voice speaking to you. What I tell you today is no temporary comfort. I want you to know you carry a deep legacy of spiritual victory left behind by generations who walked before you. Deep in your soul, you carry the perseverance of Nehemiah, the unwavering faith of Daniel, the strength of David, and the quiet endurance of Job, who trusted me even in the dark, and the grace that restored Peter, who rose up stronger after he fell. You do not walk alone. You follow the path of believers I sustained through the very same battles you are facing today. My child, what the enemy truly wants to steal is not your health or your physical wealth. What he wants most is your faith, your deep trust that you are called chosen and protected by me. He knows that if you lose your material things, you can always rebuild. But if you lose trust in my divine guidance, you will drift off my path. That is why the enemy uses spiritual isolation. Words designed to sow doubt set up traps to make you hesitate, and whispers that tell you your voice holds no value anymore. But my child, I will never let those lies take root inside your heart. I promise you that every word weaponized against you will fall useless to the ground. Every secret trap will be brought into the light, and every attempt to dim your inner fire will be swept away by the breath of my truth. My child, I will save you not because of your own strength, but because I have written your name deep upon my heart. I watch over you not because you are perfect, but because you are mine. And no force can change what I have destined for you. When you face a door that seems locked, I will carve out a brand new way. When others misunderstand you, I will vindicate your heart. When you are pushed into the shadows, I will make your light shine even brighter. You have no idea how strong you really are when held in my hands. So my child, do not fear when the shadows around you seem to grow thicker. It is simply a sign that the dawn is coming soon. Do not be shocked when words are weaponized against you by unexpected people. I let these truths surface so you can see who is truly for you and who is just a passing breeze. Do not shake when you see your circumstances shift. I am shifting your path to lead you exactly where you need to be. Every bit of heaviness you feel right now, the inner conflict and the testing, it all points to one thing. You are fighting a battle that I already won long ago. My child, I want you to engrave this final truth deep upon your heart. Every dark plan formed against you must pass through my light before it can ever touch your life. No scheme plotted in the dark is stronger than my will. No voice rises above mine, and no power can snuff out the light I put in you. You are not just protected. You are sanctified, set apart, and watched over by me with every single step you take. I will guide you safely through the shadows, just as I did for generations of believers before you. You will stand strong not on your own power, but through me, the God who will never let anyone tear you away. My child, come a little closer to me. What I'm about to tell you must be planted so deep in your soul that no one can steal it. You are traveling a path that others do not understand, a journey where even you cannot explain why you feel so worn out, why finding the words to pray feels so hard lately, and why your spirit suddenly feels as heavy as lead. But I want to reveal a secret truth that is reserved only for those who truly belong to me. Not every struggle you feel comes from external forces. Some attacks target your most sacred space, your daily prayer life, where your soul draws strength and light from me. And it is that holy sacred ground, my child, that is actively targeted by spiritual forces desperate to blow out your inner flame. Since ancient times, beginning with my servant Daniel, people saw how different he was and became deeply jealous of the wisdom I poured into him. They could find no flaw in his character or his work. So they attacked the only area that could break him, if struck hard enough, his prayer life. They designed laws that seemed good on the outside, but were actually clever traps meant to drain the spiritual life from his soul. They knew that the moment he stopped praying, he would lose connection to my voice, and once he could no longer hear me, his inner power and focus, the spiritual discernment I gave him, would vanish like morning mist. My child, the enemy still uses this exact tactic against my chosen ones in every single generation. And now, it is using that weapon against you. It knows that if it can disrupt your prayers, it can discourage your heart every time you speak. By scattering your thoughts whenever you try to turn to me, it cuts the very lifeline of your soul without ever touching your outer life. Do you feel it, my child? Lately, it is not your physical body that is growing weak. Your soul is being stretched and tested in a strange, heavy way. Every single time you try to pray, a heavy, invisible exhaustion surrounds you. Whenever you want to speak and worship, a heavy weight presses down, tempting you to just give up and stay silent. When you seek a quiet place to sit with me, wild thoughts swarm your mind like a hive of bees broken open. This is no accident. It is a sign that darkness is invading the one sacred space it wants to destroy, hoping you will slowly lose your way. The enemy does not need to break you with massive tragedies or sudden disasters. If it can simply disrupt your prayer life, your inner strength will slowly erode day by day. But hear me, my child. Just as I stood beside Daniel in the lion's den, I am standing right here with you in this difficult season of testing. The lions of this modern age do not fight with physical claws and sharp fangs. They whisper heavy accusations and deep discouragement, trying to convince you that your prayers no longer make any difference. They attack with words that cut your heart and intense pressures designed to silence your voice. They bring sudden storms that make you wonder if I am even listening. But I promise you, I am shutting their mouths. Every loud accusation roaring against your soul will fall silent. Every chaotic distraction will vanish like a wisp of smoke. Every dark thought trying to cloud your vision, I will sweep clean from your mind. You cannot hear their sudden silence, but I do. You do not see my hand raised to block every incoming arrow, but I am doing it dozens of times throughout your day. You do not realize the fiery darts aimed at your life are put out before they can even touch your clothing. I have stopped them from a distance, intercepting hidden battles before you ever knew they were headed your way. If you could only see everything I have shielded your life from, you would realize you are not nearly as weak as you think, and the enemy is not as strong as he pretends to be. I know you feel like you have lost your focus, that your heart has drifted, and the fire in your prayers has somehow grown cold. But hear me clearly right now. You have not lost a single thing. You are standing in the crosshairs of a spiritual battle meant to break your connection with me. The enemy never attacks empty territory. It only targets what is precious. You are under attack not because of weakness, but because your prayers shake the spiritual realm. You are facing distractions because the words you are about to pray will break every chain the enemy has wrapped around you. You feel this heavy pressure because I have given you a powerful voice that will awaken others. So do not view this difficult battle as a sign that you are failing. See it as proof that you are standing exactly where I have called you. Remember this, my child. The plan of the enemy is not always to destroy you completely. Often he just wants to wear you out until you lose your desire to pray. He does not need physical chains to hold you back. He only has to place a quiet, heavy burden on your soul that slowly dulls your hunger for me every single day. The enemy does not have to force you silent. He only has to trick you into believing your prayers no longer matter. But I am breathing fresh life back into your weary soul. I am restoring the pieces of you that have been choked out by deep anxiety, exhaustion, and despair. You are not failing in my eyes. I am rebuilding you, shaping you from the inside out so you can step into a much deeper level of intimacy with me. My child, soon there will come a day when you look back at this struggle and realize it was never a season of abandonment. It was the very time I drew you closest to my heart. The heavy, painful prayers you offer today are the building blocks of the spiritual authority you will walk in tomorrow. Your silent tears are never wasted. They are watering the soil of your soul, preparing it for a beautiful harvest. In those moments when you are so tired that you can only whisper a single sentence to me, I treasure those words as deeply precious because they come from a heart that still reaches for me, even from the dark shadows. My child, I promise that you will walk out of this season completely unharmed. The fire sent to destroy you will not even singe your spirit. The lions sent to tear you apart will stand completely frozen and helpless, because I have locked their jaws shut. Every single decree written against your life is broken. Every plot, accusation, thought, and pressure will be overturned by me. You won't fall into the trap the enemy set. You will walk like someone who came through the fire without even carrying the smell of smoke. And my child, when you come out of this season, you won't just be recovered. You'll rise up, trained, sharpened, strengthened, and far more discerning than you ever were before. You'll hear my voice more clearly, spot the darkness faster, and pray with far greater power. You'll clearly see that what the enemy meant for your end, I have used to start a beautiful new chapter in your life. You're going to realize that no darkness is thick enough to hide the light I put inside you. My child, believe this. I never let the hardest battles fall on someone who lacks the strength to overcome them. I saw the power inside you long before you ever did. I wrote your future long before fear showed up, and I've gone ahead of you in every fight, silencing the lions, putting out the flames, and tearing down every accusation against you. You aren't alone, you aren't abandoned, and you haven't missed my will. You belong to me and what I've promised for your life. Nobody can take away. My child, just sit for a moment and let your heart be still. What I'm showing you now isn't a lecture, but an open door. It's a way out from under those heavy clouds you've carried on your shoulders for way too long. I've seen the nights you lay there in the dark, staring up at the ceiling, trying to calm your breathing while your heart is heavy with quiet sighs. I've seen you smile for everyone else while a thick fog settled inside your mind, making it so hard to tell my voice of truth from the echoes of fear. You feel like you're running on the last bit of your strength, but my child, right there in the fading shadows is where I'm preparing a sunrise beyond anything you could imagine. The enemy thinks that when you bow your head and feel too weak to take another step, it means you're giving up. But my child, he doesn't realize that I'm standing right behind you, just waiting for the moment you run out of your own strength so that I can step in and lift you up with heavenly power. My child, remember the story of Gideon, the man generations still talk about as proof that I use weak things to humble the strong. When I called his name, he looked around, sure I had the wrong person, because he had absolutely nothing to brag about. He came from an ordinary family, the smallest of the tribes. Even in his own house, he was nobody special. But look at what I did with someone who thought he had no value at all. I turned him into a warrior who defeated an army as countless as the sand on the shore. It wasn't because he suddenly got strong, but because he let me use his smallness as the foundation for my glory. My child, the same thing is happening to you right now. You look at your weakness as a flaw, but I see it as fertile soil where I can plant my power. My child, the enemy isn't foolish enough to strike when you are standing strong. He always aims for those moments when your heart is most vulnerable, when you are so tired that lies easily slip inside. He doesn't attack with swords, but with quiet doubt. He doesn't send storms, just harmless sounding whispers. He wants you to believe nobody needs you, that your devotion is ignored, and that your prayers never reach my ears. He wants you to write an ending to the very journey I started. But I promise you, not a single moment of your weakness is ignored. I don't look at your shaking hands to condemn you. I look at those weak moments to find exactly where I can pour in more strength, more purpose, and more fire from heaven. My child, what you're dealing with isn't a physical battle. It's not just people hurting you or a run of bad luck. What is actually happening goes much deeper into the spiritual battle currently surrounding your life. The enemy knows he can't touch you while you're under my protection. So he strikes at the most fragile places: your mind, your feelings, and your relationships. He plants confusion in your heart, making you believe that the people who love you are turning their backs. He twists words and conversations so you misunderstand the hearts of others. He makes the air around you feel heavy, hoping you'll think you're being slowly pushed out of the crowd. But my child, this is all just a thick smokescreen. He's trying to pull over your eyes, trying to keep you from seeing that I'm standing right beside you. My beloved child, I'm speaking so your eyes will be opened, so you don't have to fight in the dark anymore. When I pull back the veil from your eyes, you will see the enemy's true goal: to make you walk away from the place I set you in. He cannot force you out, So he tries to trick you into believing that you are no longer worthy to stay. But hear me now. No dark plan can rewrite the divine destiny I have given you. I never withdraw my call. I do not change my purpose just because you face fierce winds. You will stand strong because your name is engraved on my very hand. My child, this pressure is not meant to crush you, but to refine you. Just as gold is purified in the fire, you are passing through a spiritual fire, not to be destroyed, but to grow sharper, more discerning, and more mature. You will notice that after every wave of attack, your inner clarity only increases. Every time you are misunderstood, you gain an even deeper sense of humility. With every heavy moment in your heart, you draw closer to me. The enemy thinks he is weakening you, but I am using those blows to build a new level of spiritual authority in your life, an authority he cannot touch. My child, I see your aching heart. Why has everything become so hard all at once? Let me reveal something to you that you have not realized yet. It is because you are standing on the very edge of a massive breakthrough. You do not even know you are this close. Before every major spiritual shift, a storm will rage both outside and within. It does not come to destroy you, but to usher you into a new season with a stronger forged soul. You are not being swept away as the enemy planned. You are being pushed into a deeper level of spiritual discernment. Those who have never faced battle cannot walk in true authority. And I am preparing you for exactly that. My child, I know you have used every ounce of strength just to stand. There were times you felt your legs would give out. Yet look closer, you have not collapsed. You honestly believed you were falling apart. But the truth is, you stand on a firm foundation I laid long ago. A foundation stronger than your emotions, your heavy circumstances, or any pressure the darkness throws your way. You are not being overwhelmed, because I have drawn a line the darkness cannot cross. You are not broken beyond repair. I am gathering up every piece of you, putting you back together, stronger and more resilient than ever. You are simply going through a season of transformation, and every deep change brings pain. But that pain always leads to spiritual growth. When this battle passes, you will step into a maturity you have never experienced. You will hear my voice so much clearer, because I have stripped away all the distracting noise. You will tell truth from lies easily because you now recognize the source of every enemy whisper. You will no longer walk by your feelings, but by the spiritual wisdom I have sown into you. Here is the most beautiful part. You will realize it was not you who grew strong, but that you finally let me be strong within you. My child, rise up. Not because your own strength is enough, but because I am taking your hand and lifting you up. Keep moving forward. Not because you are strong enough, but because my grace and strength completely cover you. Open your eyes and realize I never left you. Not for a single second. You are passing through a narrow gate, but on the other side of this gate lies fresh authority, deep spiritual discernment, and a mature soul that darkness can never steal from you. When you finally stand in that place, you will understand that everything you endured was not meant to destroy you. It was actually a birth. My child, let me speak to you softly, like a father placing his hand on your shoulder and looking into your tired eyes. What I'm about to share is not meant to scare you. but to open your weary soul so you can see that behind all this recent chaos, there is a perfect divine design that only my loving hand could have crafted. For the past 3 months, you thought you were just surviving days of constant pressure, tripping over heavy emotions and misunderstandings that slowly closed up your heart. But my child, I see the deepest movements of your spirit better than you see yourself. Darkness has stalked your every step, testing your vulnerable spots, watching whenever you collapsed in sheer exhaustion. And I know you keep asking yourself why everything is hitting you so hard and what you did wrong. But my child, what looks like the stalking of darkness is only the surface of a much greater battle. A spiritual war that I won before it even started. And I have not left you to fight alone, not even for a single moment. While the enemy has been watching you, hoping to find a crack to slip through, I have been watching him. Every breath he takes, every plot he schemes, every trap he sets, I see everything as clearly as bold print. And I have built invisible walls around you that your eyes cannot yet see. Whenever you felt like you were standing alone in your exhaustion, the truth is, I was carrying that heavy burden for you. I was holding back hidden forces that would have crushed your spirit long ago. You cannot see them, but I do. You might not understand, but I do. Your strength has its limits, my child, but mine never runs out. The enemy thought these past 3 months were the perfect chance to finally break your spirit. But let me tell you a secret. Those same 3 months were actually when I was quietly building a deep inner strength that you do not even realize is there yet. While the darkness was busy watching your every thought, I was gently rebuilding the very foundation of your faith stone by stone. Every time the enemy tried to crush your emotions, I used that heavy pressure to build your character and spiritual endurance. When it tried to steer you off course, I nudged you back into alignment with quiet whispers in your soul that you thought were just random ideas. Do you want to know something, my child? While the enemy stared intensely at all your weaknesses, I was focused on the person you are becoming, a future the darkness cannot see. It is a destiny that terrifies the enemy so much. It has launched double attacks of discouragement and manipulation against you. The enemy thought that by watching you closely, it could find a weak spot to invade your soul. But it forgot one crucial thing. Every hidden corner of your soul rests in my hands. Not a single path you walk falls outside my divine protection. I know every single thought in your head before it even fully forms. Remember Joseph, my child, a young servant whom I gave dreams that went far beyond what is humanly possible. 2 massive forces attacked him all at once. The bitter jealousy of his brothers and the lies of a deceitful woman in Potiphar's house. One weapon struck his feelings. The other destroyed his reputation. One broke his heart, while the other completely ruined his name in public. Everything seemed completely over, as if he were totally cut off from the future I had planned for him. But my child, that dark pit actually became the exact bridge that carried Joseph straight to the palace throne. The lies and betrayal served as stepping stones, lifting him into the place I prepared. What the devil used to try and drown him, I transformed into a platform to lift him high. Do you know why I tell you this? Because your life is following that exact same divine pattern right now. This is not the first time the enemy has used a double-edged sword against those I have chosen. You, my child, are walking a very similar path. My child, when I tell you that you are under the shadow of my wings, that is not just poetry. It is a powerful spiritual reality. I want your spirit to truly understand this deep truth. I have not taken my eyes off you for a single second. Even when you are too exhausted to form a simple prayer, even when you feel too empty to speak, I am right there shielding you and driving back the dangers that seek to harm you. You are surrounded by a divine shield that normal eyes cannot see. But the enemy sees this protection clearly. That is exactly why it tries so hard to convince you that I have abandoned you. It desperately wants you to believe that you are completely left alone. It wants you to feel like your prayers are useless and that you do not matter. But my child, carve this truth deeply into your soul. You could only be cast out if I turned my back on you. And that is something I have never done and will never do. Absolutely nothing can make me abandon you. No mistake or failure is big enough to make me pull my hand away. Your weariness is never too heavy to make me give up on you. My child, I know how exhausted you truly are. I know there are times you just wanted to fade away because it felt like every single thing you did was completely misunderstood. Every word you spoke got twisted, and every piece of your heart you poured out was simply taken for granted. I see you lying awake in the dark, crying out and asking why you have to endure this painful season of life. You wonder why people you trusted judge you so falsely. You believe these heavy feelings are just normal disappointments, but there is more to it. They are actually fierce winds sent by the enemy designed to blow out the spiritual flame burning deep inside your soul. The enemy knows you are right on the edge of a major breakthrough, and it wants to drain you before you reach the door I opened. It waits until you are completely drained, when you have zero strength to fight back and feel completely isolated on your path. That is exactly when the darkness thinks it can win. But my child, the enemy is wrong. It does not understand that at the exact moment you feel like falling, I am making you stronger. When others misunderstand you, I use it to grow your compassion. When you are tired, I expand your faith. When you feel powerless, I pour a hidden strength into you that is ready to break through. My child, I have chosen to be quiet for a time. It wasn't because I stood far off, but because I was busy preparing things you weren't ready to see. Now I'm revealing this truth to you. I don't want you looking back on these last 3 months with bitterness. I want you to see that you have just crossed a vital threshold. The things you saw as attacks were actually training. The heavy pressure you felt was just me refining you. What looked like opposition was actually pushing you straight into the very heart of your divine calling. Not a single tear has been wasted. None of your pain has been pointless. No misunderstanding is too big for me to use to lift you up. You are being prepared for a breakthrough far greater than anything you can imagine. Every single thing happening right now is falling into line with the path I already paved. My child, let me show you a deeper truth that very few understand. It will keep you standing tall, even when darkness thinks it has already won. Since ancient times, I never send my chosen ones into battle blind. I would never throw you into the middle of a raging storm, only to stand back and watch you stumble. Instead, I always go ahead of you, clearing the path and warning you of danger before it strikes, so that you never fall into the traps hidden along your way. Remember long ago when the king of Aram secretly plotted against Israel? He believed his schemes were so deep in the dark that no one could ever expose them. Yet I showed every single move to Elisha, my chosen prophet, who acted as my eyes for Israel. The king was furious that his secret plans kept failing. He was convinced there was a spy inside his own palace. But that wasn't the case at all, my child. It was because Elisha walked in perfect harmony with my voice. Nothing hidden in the dark could be kept from him. In the exact same way, I am training you to enter a quiet place where you can hear my voice in your spirit. I will whisper the very things the enemy believes are locked away. They gather in secret, trying to cook up a scheme clever enough to pull you off track. But I smash all their secrets with the blinding light I have put inside your soul. You might feel small and insignificant, but I am training you to see right through the heavy fog of confusion the enemy tries to spread. My child, I will never let you wander in a fog. I shine my light so you can spot the hidden patterns others completely miss. This is the special grace I have given you. You won't trip over things that seem like accidents, which are actually carefully laid traps. Do you know why I let you sense these shifts in the spiritual world? It is because I never want you to feel like you are fighting alone. The enemy wants you to feel isolated, believing that absolutely nobody understands the silent battle inside you or sees the heavy blows landing on your mind. But my child, I am tearing down that lie today. You have never had to face these dark forces alone. I have surrounded you with a spiritual army far bigger than anything trying to pull you down. If you only look with human eyes, you will only see anxiety, pressure, and hurtful words rushing in. Remember how Elisha's servant shook with fear when he saw the massive army surrounding them. But the moment I touched his eyes and opened his spiritual sight, he saw blazing chariots of fire surrounding them. Not just watching, but actively protecting you, my child. What I did for him, I am doing for you right now. I am opening your eyes to see that you are not trapped. You are standing safe in the very center of heaven's protection. My child, do not let these attacks hitting you from all sides make you feel like you are losing this battle. The dark forces trying to shake your faith are nothing more than quiet whispers in an empty room. But my heavenly army is a thunderous roar shaking the entire sky. They will try to scare you with terrible scenarios and dark thoughts in your mind, but they cannot cross the line I have drawn. You have endured long days with a heart full of heavy questions. Why is this happening? Why do I feel so trapped? Why does everything feel so heavy right now, my child? It is not a sign that I have left you. It is a sign that I am opening your eyes to see the real battlefield you are standing on. You are not facing these spiritual attacks because you are weak. You are under attack because you carry something the enemy fears most: the powerful awakening of your spirit. The more you discover the truth, the more their power fades. That is why they are desperately fighting harder in this final hour. Right before you step into a new level of the spiritual power I have for you, my child. Come and sit close to me so I can speak clearly to your heart. I am giving you the spiritual discernment to sense the enemy's moves before they happen. I do not give you this to make you afraid, but so that you are never caught off guard when the enemy strikes. When the storm inside your soul begins to grow, and strange voices rise up trying to drag you down, that is the exact moment I am asking you to lean in close and listen to my voice. I never send you through dark valleys without a light for your feet. Yet you think today's struggles are just ordinary events. A tense conversation here, restless nights there, and sudden dark thoughts pulling you down. But my child, in the spiritual world you cannot see. This is when two dark forces are plotting together, trying desperately to destroy the destiny I placed inside you. They cannot attack you face to face, because my protection over your life is far stronger than anything they have. So they resort to their only option, planting a seed of doubt in your heart, hoping that you will walk away from the great calling I gave you. But I tell you right now, the light inside you is stronger than any plan against you. I do not just expose lies. I shatter the enemy's secret plans before they ever touch you. I hear their dark whispers before they are even spoken. I see every move before they even play the game. I share this with you not to make you anxious or tired from watching, but so you can walk in true freedom, the peace of knowing you are guarded, guided, and safe. My child, do you realize how precious this gift really is? You carry a spiritual fire that most people do not have, and that is exactly why you are targeted. But it also means I can trust you with even bigger blessings. My child, I will never let you be cornered into a dead end. No matter how hard the enemy fights or how many hidden walls they try to build around you, I am standing right there between those walls and you. I do not just send angels, I give you divine insight so you see the storm before it hits. Whenever your heart feels uneasy and you cannot explain why, it is because I am knocking on your spirit, letting you know that things are shifting in the spiritual world. That sudden quiet warning you feel inside, that is me guiding you, not fear. I want you to know the difference between my loving warning and the enemy's threats, so you never get confused or overwhelmed. My child, do not get trapped in the feeling of being attacked. Rise up into the truth that I have placed you among those who see what others are blind to. Do not lose heart when you notice that dark plans have been set up against you. Be glad that I exposed them before they can even touch you. Never fear the lies whispered in the dark. Remember, I am the one who shatters the deepest darkness with just one word. Those two forces united against you are nothing but a faint echo compared to my vast heavenly armies. And when you stand in my circle of light, you will see that you never take a single step alone, and not one moment of your life falls outside of my perfect plan. My child, I want you to walk with a fresh confidence. Trust not in your own power, but in what I have shown you. You are not being attacked because you are forgotten. You are under attack because you carry my mark. You are not facing pressure because you are weak. You are pressed because you are bringing my light into places where darkness hates to see it. Just look back at every time the enemy thought they had you trapped. I opened your eyes to show you that they were actually surrounded by my glory. When you realize this, all fear melts away, all confusion will fall away, and every single lie will lose its power. You will walk in the deep peace of knowing heaven protects you from every side. My child, I do not just rescue you from those traps. I also bring you into a deeper experience of my love and protection. Once you know this, you will never fear the sound of dark footsteps again. You will stand strong knowing that the entire host of heaven has your back. You will stop living in fear of being attacked. Instead, you will live knowing you have already won before the fight even starts. For I am the God who goes ahead of you, walks beside you, and protects your path behind you. I hem you in on every side, in front, behind, left, right, above and beneath your very feet. And that is why I tell you today, those two forces targeting you are nothing compared to the army protecting you. Just keep moving forward. I am already standing in your future, calling you to step into it, my child. Do not fear. Victory is waiting. My child, open your heart like soft earth welcoming the very first rain of spring. Let every word I speak sink deep down to the absolute roots of your soul. Because your current struggle is not just a passing mood or some minor annoyance on a hard day. It is a targeted, calculated attack aimed directly at your weakest spot, your deep trust in the divine calling I put inside you. The enemy knows that if it cannot destroy your actual life, it will try to poison your soul with hurtful words. They are words crafted with subtle malice, whispered at the exact moment when you are at your weakest, when you feel smallest. And once those words slip inside, they do not just fade away like empty noise. They become seeds with a toxic life of their own, digging roots deep into your mind and causing endless mental battles that confuse you about your true worth. They make you question the divine calling I placed on your life, tempting you to doubt the promises I spoke to you from the beginning. This is precisely what the enemy wants. Not to destroy you through obvious outward attacks, but to let you slowly wear yourself down in quiet battles within your mind. But, my child, I want you to know that I have seen every single thorn thrown your way in the form of harsh words. I see the very phrases that make your heart ache, the secrets you never dare share with anyone. I see when people misunderstand you, misjudge your heart, or try to make you feel small. I see the moments you turn away to hide your tears, trying so hard not to let others think you are just being too sensitive. But I see everything, and I speak to you now with my absolute authority. No toxic word is allowed to take root in your heart. If you will simply let me stand between you and those voices, I will not let them hold the power you think they have. I am pulling out their sting. I decide exactly how deep those words can go. You are still standing today not because of your own strength, but because I shielded you before they were even spoken. My child, let me remind you of what my own son went through, because his story is the blueprint for your struggle. He walked in spotless holiness, living with a pure and perfect purpose. He spent his days healing the sick and setting the oppressed free. The enemy knew that to stop his mission of saving humanity, raw physical violence would never be enough. So it turned to words twisted, accusatory, and slanderous words. It drove the Pharisees to turn against him, not for honest debate, but to ruin his reputation among the people, to paint him as a lawbreaker, a liar, and a complete fraud. They whispered endless rumors, but not a single one was true. When words failed, the darkness turned to betrayal, using Judas, the very friend who had walked right beside him, who shared his meals and saw his miracles firsthand. The enemy knows well that the deepest wounds come from those we trusted most. But my child, let this truth sink deep into your heart. Every single accusation, every betrayal, and every plot to destroy him was entirely under my control. The enemy thought it was winning when it nailed him to the cross. But that cross became his ultimate victory. It was the exact place where darkness thought it had written the final chapter. I turned it into the glorious beginning of restoration for all mankind. And this promise, my child, does not belong to him alone. It is the very same pattern I am using in your life today. I want you to rest in this truth with a deep, quiet peace. The lies spoken against you have absolutely no right to define you. Those words cannot tell the true story of your worth. They cannot change the destiny and calling I chose for you before the very creation of the world. The enemy hopes that by throwing harsh, bitter words at you, it can force you out of the place I gave you. It hopes that self-doubt will make you abandon your path, It hopes that by wounding your heart, you will lock away your love, close off your soul, and stop walking in your divine calling. But my child, I shattered that scheme long before it could ever take shape. I have gently healed your heart time and time again so those toxic words could never take root. I have swept away cruel judgments before they could harden your spirit, standing between you and malicious lies so they could never pierce your soul. And I am doing this very thing right now, in this moment, as you receive these words. My child, listen to me with quiet confidence. Every hurtful word meant to tear you down will only become living proof that glorifies my name in your life. When they whisper that you are not enough, I will display my perfect strength through you. When they call you unworthy, I will prove that my choosing you was never a mistake. When they try to twist your character, I will use your very life to shine light into their darkness. When they craft a false narrative about who you are, I will write a new chapter over your life that no one can erase. My child, the heavy words meant to force your head down in shame will become the exact reason I lift you high. The accusations trying to block your path will become the raw stepping stones I use to open brand new doors. The mockery designed to humiliate you will become the crown of glory I place on your head. The devil wants to reduce your life to ashes, but I will turn those very ashes into rich soil to grow something beautiful and new. Sometimes you feel deeply wounded, completely misunderstood, and just ready to throw in the towel and give up. There are days when the harsh words of others feel heavier than the burdens you carry inside. But my child, I won't let those voices rule over your life. I won't allow them to slice into your soul like a sharp blade. I refuse to let them become the loudest voice you listen to every single day. I am training you to recognize my voice from the enemies, so you'll no longer be shaken by whispers from the shadows. My child, never forget that the cross which the world views as a tragic end is actually where your true life begins. So hear me now, the very things the enemy wants to use to destroy you will actually become the ground where I bring a powerful breakthrough. What was meant to shame you will showcase my glory. What they used to silence you will only make your voice ring out much further. What was meant to trip you up will become a stepping stone to lift you higher. And what tried to snuff out your hope will ignite a new flame in your soul. My child, you don't stand alone when painful words attack you. I am right there with you. I am your shield. I guard your soul. I hear every heavy sigh from your hurting heart and heal it with my presence. You don't lose your footing because of human gossip. You only slip when you forget what I have already promised you. Let me remind you today, you are mine. Your destiny is written by my own hand. No voice from the dark can rewrite what I have already signed. Once you truly realize this, every hurtful word trying to shake you will instantly lose its power. You won't tremble under judgment anymore. You won't be shaken by the mockery of others. You won't shrink back from fear of being misunderstood. You'll walk in the deep peace of knowing heaven itself stands behind you. You will stand tall through conflicting opinions without ever losing who you are, because your worth doesn't come from the mouths of people. It comes directly from me. Keep this truth locked like a seal upon your heart. Every lie meant to ruin you will become proof of how I shielded you. Every plot designed to pull you down will only give me a reason to lift you higher. Every trap that tries to quiet you will only make your voice echo with greater power. Every push to cast you out will prove your calling is too great for darkness to handle. Stand up now with courage, my beloved child. Not because you're strong on your own, but because I am the one shielding you. Not because human criticisms have grown quieter, but because my promise carries so much more weight. Not because the enemy stopped trying, but because I stand in the gap blocking him from crossing my line. You aren't fighting alone. I am here, with me by your side. No threat, no scheme, and no power can alter the beautiful story I am writing for you. Just keep putting one foot forward and I'll finish the rest. My child, if your heart is still quiet, listen closely. I have more to say, because there are spiritual depths you haven't yet explored, and layers of divine truth that I want to gently settle into your spirit. Don't think that what I just shared is all you need for the road ahead. When I build someone, I don't just throw together a few random scattered stones. I lay a solid foundation. That foundation must be poured slowly, layer by layer, until every single level is perfectly firm. So my child, let me keep speaking. Your heart needs to know how to stand firm in the coming days. I want you to see that my preparation for you is far greater than anything you've ever asked. My child, in this season, as your spiritual discernment grows sharper, you'll see that things you thought were harmless have actually been draining your soul. Not all kindness is genuine. Not every worried face has good intentions, and not everyone near you brings light. But please don't let this cause you to lock up your heart. I don't want you living with your guard up against everyone. I want you wise and fully awake in love. You can care deeply without falling into traps and give without being taken advantage of. You can open up and still stay safe under my protection. This strength doesn't come from this world. It's a strength built through prayer in my presence. I will open your eyes to see who feeds the fire inside you and who tries to put it out, who lifts you up into blessings and who drags you down. I'll show you who supports you and who is just waiting to watch you fall. I don't show you this to hurt you, but to help you choose who deserves to walk with you in this new season. Because someone with a heavy calling cannot travel closely with those who only want to keep them small. I will not let you tie your life to relationships that pull you away from the path I have set for you. You are meant to rise, not stay trapped in the comfort zone where others want to hold you. My child, listen closely. When I expose things, it is my protection, never my punishment. I reveal hidden motives, so you will stop trusting your soul to hands that can never protect or keep it. I shine my light on hidden things, so that you will not be deceived by half-truths and clever lies. I bring dark secrets to light, not to terrify you or make you shake, but to guide you to the exact place I have prepared for you. A secure place no one can take away, built into my eternal plan. My child, I know. There are moments when you feel the pressure building, not from total strangers, but from places you never expected. I see your pain and disappointment. I know you are asking yourself if you made a mistake. But my child, their harsh reactions do not define your true worth. It is just the enemy reacting because you are outgrowing the small space where they tried to trap you. When I lift you higher, things that do not belong in your life will fall away. What looks like loss is actually your deliverance. Certain people you viewed as strong pillars were actually just temporary supports. And I will never let temporary things stand in the way of your eternal destiny. My child, though the storm rages around you, I hold you close like a father holding his baby. Outside chaos can never quiet my steady love for you. My Holy Spirit has marked you, meaning you will never get lost in the crowd or swept away by the current. There is a mark on you telling the enemy you belong to me, and that is why he tries to weaken you. He cannot touch your spirit, so he tries to steal your peace. He cannot destroy your divine destiny, so he attacks your joy. He cannot take your calling, so he tries to blur your spiritual vision. But my child, every single place he strikes is where I am rebuilding you stronger. I am lifting you far above the heavy, crushing thoughts of the past. I am giving you mental clarity so you can spot the enemy's schemes from a distance and avoid his traps. I am lifting away the heavy burdens you thought were part of who you are. I am stepping in to carry you where you have no strength left. I am fighting silent battles for you that you do not even know are happening. I do not expect you to be strong every single day, but I will not let you fall when you are exhausted. The divine strength I am pouring into your weakest places is not human willpower. It is the power of my holy presence where darkness can never enter. My child, I know some days you just want to stay quiet, thinking silence will protect you from more trouble and drama. But the heavy silence that the enemy wants to lock you in is not the peaceful stillness I give. It is total paralysis. I want you quiet so that you can hear my voice. I do not want your voice to be swallowed up. You were created to speak, to stand tall, and to carry spiritual authority. That is exactly what terrifies the darkness. It knows that when you speak under my guidance, every single chain is broken. Every wall will crumble, and the darkness must retreat. My child, I am pouring a fresh anointing upon your head. This is not yesterday's anointing, but what you need for this new season. It will sharpen your spiritual senses to recognize absolute truth. This fresh oil keeps you steady when sudden storms hit. It guards your heart from the poison of bitterness and sparks a courage inside you that burns like an unquenchable fire. It turns the very places where you used to hesitate into solid ground, where you can walk with total confidence. You might ask yourself why you must face so much spiritual warfare before stepping into a new season. This pressure is necessary to reveal the true nature of what does not belong to you. It weeds out fake relationships, exposes hidden motives, and clears away thoughts that did not come from me. You will enter your next season lighter, purer, and fully focused, no longer weighed down by things that slow you down. My child, I am shifting the entire focus of your life. You used to focus on the opinions and gossip of others, but now I am anchoring your mind to my voice. You once sought joy in the outside world, but now your joy is found in our deep connection. You used to look to people for approval, but now I want you to look only to me. Once you stop letting the noise around you dictate your path, you will hear my voice so clearly that you will never confuse truth with deception. You are safe in my hands, my child. Everything the enemy hurls at you becomes raw material to build you up. He targets your focus, but I use it to open your eyes. He stirs up your heart, but I use that to awaken your hunger for true stillness. He tries to make you anxious, but I use that to teach you to rely on me, not your own strength. Even when you feel totally helpless, I use those moments to show you that I am always more than enough. Everything meant to harm you becomes a hammer in my hand, shattering all the old limitations holding you back. And my child, when you pass through this season, you will never be the same. You won't shake easily, and you will no longer fear the gaze of others. You won't be swayed by things that just sound good on the surface. You will become a person of deep discernment, a person of deep strength and stability, someone whom the darkness must take very seriously. You won't walk in fear, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they're completely protected. Then you'll see that everything you went through wasn't designed to wear you down or exhaust you, but to grow you in ways only I know you need. My child, this is the season where I am resetting everything in your life. Your mind, your heart, your relationships, your outlook, your voice, and your focus. Nothing escapes my hand once I decide to prepare you for something greater. And I declare that you're growing strong right where you thought you would break. You are being restored at the very point where you felt the weakest. You are being expanded in the very place where you thought you were shrinking. You are being lifted up right where you felt pushed down. And my child, none of this is happening because you deserve it. It's because you are loved. Not because you are perfect, but because you belong to me. Not because you're strong, but because I am strong on your behalf. From this day forward, you will walk knowing that these storms aren't here to destroy you, but to prove that the foundation I laid beneath your feet is real, my beloved child, because you have opened your heart ready to receive the absolute depths of truth. I will continue to reveal the sacred picture playing out behind what your eyes can see. I know you long to understand why trials keep coming like a stream that never stops, and why lies and rumors target you the moment you try to walk faithfully along the path I've marked out for you. I know you have asked deep down, Lord, why do I have to go through so much? Why is everything against me? My child, I hear that painful sigh. I want you to understand deeply that there is no opposition that happens outside of my sight. No plan of darkness is created without me knowing it beforehand. You aren't living in pure chaos. You are living inside a story where I am the author. And I've already written the ending while you're still walking through the middle of it. My child, let me tell you this. Long before you knew my name, and long before you understood how to pray, I had already seen the battlefields you would cross and the smooth roads where you'd walk with ease. I also saw the deepest valleys where the enemy would try to make you forget my voice. But I have never brought you into a place of testing just to leave you behind. If you feel darkness closing in, it's because you are so close to a door I'm about to open. a door the enemy fears so much that he'll try to block you at any cost. Since he cannot smash that door, he tries to break down your will, constantly attacking your spirit, making you tired, filling you with self-doubt, and tempting you to quit right before your breakthrough. My child, whenever you stand on the edge of a major shift, two voices will always fight for your attention. One voice speaks truth. It comes from me. The other voice speaks lies from the dark. My voice is gentle but firm, but the voice of darkness is full of pressure, urgency, and panic. My voice guides you into peace even when storms rage. The other voice makes you anxious even when everything around you is perfectly still. My voice lifts you higher. The enemy's voice makes you feel guilty, useless, and unworthy. And my child, I want you to recognize the difference, so you never mistake the voice trying to crush you for mine. My voice always builds you up. Child, when I promise you're not alone, it isn't just a sweet thought to comfort you. It is an absolute truth proven through the ages. When I say that no weapon formed against you will prosper, it isn't some empty promise. It is exactly what I have done for all who came before you in this spiritual lineage. Look at Daniel. He wasn't saved because of his own strength. He was saved because he belonged to me. Remember Elijah? He wasn't rescued because he never got tired. He was lifted up because I wouldn't let the enemy's threats destroy him. Remember Job? He wasn't restored because he understood everything. He was restored because he held on to me in his absolute worst pain. And my child, I will keep you in that exact same way. I never change, and my love for you will never fade. My child, you might feel like you are just enduring hard times, but really they are shaping you. I do not let struggles break you down. I use them to refine you, making you stronger than you ever dreamed possible. Just like gold must pass through fire to shine, and steel must take the hammer to grow strong, your soul must walk through seasons of pressure to stand firm in the spiritual authority I have given you. You are not being crushed. You are being built up. You are not being dragged down. You are being positioned to receive what I have prepared. And child, if you could only see what I am doing behind the scenes, you would never fear the dark again. My child, I know some days your heart feels completely plowed up like an open field. Your emotions are tangled. Your thoughts race in every direction. And things that once felt simple now feel so heavy. Yet on those exact days, I am planting seeds in your heart that you cannot see just yet. Seeds of perseverance, seeds of deep faith, seeds of lasting peace, and seeds of spiritual discernment. And one day, when you look back, you will realize that painful season of turned-up soil was exactly what caused something beautiful to grow. No pain is ever wasted. It always holds a divine purpose. My child, never forget that darkness only attacks what it is afraid to lose. It does not target what has no value. It does not chase those who carry no destiny. It only circles those who hold spiritual keys to open greater doors. And you are one of those people. The enemy sees the boldness in your voice. He sees the light in your soul and the movement I am stirring in your spirit. He sees what I placed inside you long before you ever saw it yourself. That is why the enemy tries to drive you out of the place I gave you with slow, draining weariness, silly misunderstandings, and heavy burdens that do not belong to you. But my child, I declare you will not walk away. You will not be shaken. You will not sink beneath the waves. You will stand tall because I am the one holding you. When I invite you into my plan, I do not wait for you to be perfect. I see deep into your soul, those spots where you still hesitate, where you are still afraid, and where you doubt yourself. And I love those exact parts of you. Because when you are weak, my power can fully show up. When you have no strength left, I am right there to carry you. When you are tired, I draw close to lift you up with my breath. Never believe the lie that your weakness would make me leave you. Your weakness is the very bridge I use to reach you. You never disappoint me when you are tired. It only makes me love you more because I see you trying to follow my voice, even when you feel completely broken. And child, I need you to understand one more thing. Every plan of the enemy has limits, but I have none. His schemes are limited by time power, and simple understanding. He cannot see the things that I can see. He cannot rule the future because I hold it. He cannot rewrite the destiny I have spoken over your life. On the other hand, my plan is eternal and cannot be erased. So even when you feel darkness closing in, remember it only moves within the boundaries I set, and I only permit what will work for your good. If I let it happen, it is to build you, not break you. No trial escapes my hand. There is no pain I cannot heal, and no tear falls that I do not wipe away. My child, I know you want to see instant change, but I am working deep inside your soul in places where progress takes time to show. Your mind is being renewed step by step. Your heart is being built up layer by layer, and your spiritual senses are sharpened by every battle. That is why I am not rushing. I am building a foundation that no storm can ever knock down. You are not just moving to a new place. You are being transformed into a stronger person, and that process takes time. My child, one day, you will stand on higher ground, and when you look back, you will see that every trap the enemy set to destroy you was actually used to lift you up. You will see that every threat you faced taught you how to tell the difference between my voice and the lies. You will realize every dark season taught you to lean fully on me instead of trusting your emotions. You will see that every broken relationship helped you learn who really belongs in your life. You will see that every lonely season proved my presence is enough. Then you will know that nothing on this journey was wasted. My child, never forget. I am the one guiding you through every dark valley, not to leave you stuck there, but to show you that even in the deepest pit, I am your light. My beloved child, open your heart wide to hear the ending I have planned for you, not as a final stop, but as the dawn breaking after a long night. You have walked through silent, hidden battles where the enemy tried to poison your every breath with discouragement and quiet control, where chaotic voices in your everyday life tried to convince you that you were standing completely alone, that your strength was fading, and that you had drifted outside the path I carefully planned for you. But my child, the darkness never realized that I am always one step ahead. I hold the complete story, and the enemy can never rewrite it. And every blow it throws only makes me hold you tighter, shielding you with a presence no evil can ever pierce. You think the darkness has trapped you, but in reality, I am the one surrounding the darkness itself, making all of its wicked schemes useless before they can ever wound your heart. My child, whenever the enemy attacks you from both sides to choke your spirit, I instantly send my presence to shut down every single wave of their assault. It thinks that by mixing heavy discouragement with mind games, it can build an invisible wall to exhaust your feet, dimming your thoughts and making your heart sink into silent, heavy sorrow. But remember this, each time that happens, I wrap you in my divine truth and protection, shielding your soul with my very arms. I do not leave you to struggle with lying voices. I open your eyes to distinguish my voice from the deceptive powers trying to make you lose yourself. I expose the schemes it sketches in the dark and shine a brilliant light on everything it tries to hide. And I give you the discernment to find the way out even when you face a crossroads with no visible path. My child, on those dark nights, when it whispers in your ear that you are no longer strong enough, that you are on the wrong path, disappointed me, or got left behind, I lift you up by breathing fresh, quiet strength into your soul, giving you a new breath of hope and a power so steady that you will wonder how you are still standing in the storm. As it tries to wear down your heart, I give you a new will forged in trial. When it makes you lose direction, I lay my hand on your head to realign the spiritual compass it tried to break, especially when it tries to create distance between you and those I placed by your side. I will surround you again with faithful people whose hearts belong completely to me, people who recognize your true value when you cannot see it yourself. You may feel completely isolated right now, but in truth, I am busy rearranging the relationships in your life. I am removing negative voices that are not from me and bringing in destiny helpers who will walk with you the right way. My child, realize that not a single plot the enemy schemes in the darkness ever escapes my watchful eyes. The enemy believes that the quiet lies it plants in others' minds can wound you, or that silly misunderstandings will cause your fall. But I expose everything in the light. I do this not just to show you how weak the darkness is, but to reveal how mighty I am for you. What it builds on, lies I demolish with truth. What it raises with threats, I break with peace. What it sends out as a final verdict, I transform into a glorious declaration over your divine destiny. While it tries to sow fear, I plant bold courage deep inside your heart. It gathers thick, dark clouds around you, but I tear them open with a beam of heavenly light. No power can ever dim my child. Even during the moments when you feel most helpless, I am performing the greatest miracle on your behalf. When you sit there with shaking hands, completely lost on what to do next, I am standing right behind you. I place my hand on your shoulder, pouring into you a strength you could never generate alone. When you bow your head, believing you have nothing left of value to offer, I see a tiny spark still burning inside you, and I breathe on it until it blazes into a light that makes the darkness tremble. I never let a single tear of yours fall to the ground in vain, nor will I let a sudden wave of discouragement blow you off the course I planned. Remember, your true strength is not found in temporary feelings, but in the God who holds you. And as for me, I will never ever let go of your hand. My child, I know you often ask why I do not just end this battle immediately, and why I let you endure such long, exhausting storms. But my child, some strengths can only be forged in the fiery place where you thought you were about to break. I do not want you to be strong only when life is easy and comfortable. I want you so resilient that even the longest night cannot dim your path, and no gossip or slander can steal your sense of worth, so that no dark plans can drag you away from my perfect path. Real strength is never born in comfortable times. It comes from encountering me inside the very fires that threaten to destroy you. It is in those deep moments that you truly grow. As you sharpen, you become far more dangerous to the darkness. My child, remember that darkness only wins when you trust it more than me. It holds power only where you give it power. It can only forge chains if you choose to wear them. But when you choose to stand in my light, every trap it sets simply melts away. For my presence is the one thing it cannot push back. Wherever I stand, the enemy must retreat 7 steps. Wherever I decree, its words are empty echoes. Wherever I step, that ground belongs to me and to you, because you walk in my name. You are not fighting to win the victory. You are fighting from the victory I already gave you. You are not just trying to survive. You are walking in an abundant life that no power can steal, my child. When it tries to isolate you, I hold you in my arms. When it tries to choke your voice, I amplify my own voice inside you. When it tries to push you from your ground, I root your feet like a deep tree growing in rich soil. When it tries to make you afraid, I guard your heart with a peace that surpasses anything you can understand. And when it thinks it has cornered you in the dark, I rise up as your radiant creator, shining my light into every dark corner, turning the very battle meant to destroy you into a testimony of my protection. My child, write this deeply upon your soul. You do not walk this path alone. Do not fight alone. Do not suffer alone. You will not fall alone. Every time the enemy takes 1 step forward, I advance 10. Every time they plan, I have already made your way of escape. Every time it assumes you are alone, I post an angel on your left and on your right. Every time the enemy tries to destroy what I build, I use those ruins to build something even greater. You might think it is winning, but every move only reveals the victory I prepared for you long before the battle even started. So my child, let your heart find peace. I am shielding you under the shadow of my wings, surrounding you with my presence, and leading you into a season where the enemy cannot touch you. The enemy tried to make you weak, but I made you strong. It wanted you isolated, but I surrounded you with love. It hoped you would live in fear, but I put boldness inside you. In everything that happens, you will see one truth. Darkness never has the final say. I am the one who speaks the final word over your life. Now, my child, open your heart wide and turn completely toward me. Lift up to me the deepest, most honest cry of prayer from the very depths of your soul. O Almighty God, you who open my eyes to see what is hidden. Today I come to you with a heart that trembles, yet is completely sincere. I know I can never face the traps of darkness unless you light my path, step by step. Teach me to recognize your voice among the crowded noise, so I am never shaken by deceitful whispers. Cover my mind with heavenly peace, so that no secret arrow can pierce my soul. I take refuge beneath your wings, fully convinced that every secret plan formed against me will be exposed by you before it can even take shape. Lord Eternal One, thank you for not letting me walk in the dark, but giving me clarity before the enemy even moves. Keep opening the eyes of my spirit so I can see your armies surrounding me like a fortress nothing can break. I ask that you cause every lie, every scheme, and every manipulation to vanish in your light. Give me strength so I am not shaken by the forces trying to tear me down. I stand secure in your mercy, believing that nothing can ever snatch me from your eternal care. Almighty Lord, thank you for opening my eyes to see the battles I once thought I fought all alone. Thank you for exposing the enemy's traps before they could touch me, and for giving me the spiritual authority to see through the dark. I know that without you, I would have fallen into traps without ever realizing it. Every ounce of discernment I have comes from your grace. Thank you for surrounding me with an army of angels, so I can stand firm right in the middle of the storm. O loving Father, thank you for keeping me from walking in spiritual darkness. You have shown me that the forces opposing me are just a faint whisper against the vastness of your glory. Thank you for protecting me from every secret plot, every poisonous word, everything trying to drag me off your path. You have already defeated. Thank you because you are always working, even when I cannot see it. I offer this gratitude to you, the one who watches over me without ceasing. I pray this in the holy name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so we can grow this strong community of faith together. Amen. Amen. Hey, listen close. Heat, heat.